Hey guys, JorRaptor here. The NX will launch in 2016, I'm sure of it. I'm going to discuss it with DukeDunsparce. We are going to talk about a theory of ours. A theory about the Nintendo NX.
Yeah.
Welcome, Duke.
Thank you for having me, man.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Great. So the NX, of course, we know that it's coming. It's the new console from Nintendo. We have the 3DS now. We have the Wii U now. And I saw something. I mean, during the Direct, the summer titles of Nintendo were announced. We got a lot of things like Monster Hunter Generations. Normally it takes a year to translate that game, get it over here, and now it's coming in something more than a half a year. So it's like, that's pretty big. But what I saw was that no game is announced right now for the Nintendo 3DS or the Wii U for 2017. And you might think, okay, that's not really weird because 2017 is far away. But last year we knew about games that were coming in 2017 or 16.
Yeah.
For example, Zelda Wii U. It was announced for 2015. Then it was quiet. We saw some other gameplay during the Game Awards, where Miyamoto showed the game off screen. And then it went like really quiet. Then they said, no, it will not be at E3. It will not launch this year. And then everyone was like, okay,
what is going on?
what's going on? And now we still don't know when the game is coming out. Yeah, it's supposed to be this year. But that's like the title that's the most far off in Nintendo's catalog right now. Zelda Wii U. That might also happen on NX. That's what I think. What do you think? Do you think that Zelda will also come to NX?
Well, I think it does, because if you would have a Zelda game that's coming out this year, and you would really want to create a hype around it. Like, if I looked at the Twitch chat during the Direct, everybody was like, Zelda, where's Zelda? Then you would have showcased Zelda at this Direct, or at an upcoming event even. So, if it isn't going to get released on if it's going to get released on the Wii U, I should say, then
it will be.
Yeah,
100% sure.
Yeah, but if it will only be released on the Wii U, then I think they would have at least given a more precise release date for it now, given some more information or how far in development it is. But I think they are trying to keep it quiet a little bit, because it might spoil some elements of the NX, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, for example, we still don't know what it is. There are like a million rumors. We will not go really into that, but the console hybrid, handheld, so that that will be something that you take on the road. I mean, with the gamepad, of course, you could stream your games to that little screen of the gamepad, but now you can really take it outside of the house.
Yeah,
that would be really interesting. And like you said, maybe Zelda has some unique features with that they might spoil by showing some new gameplay. And what I do think as well is that if when they show Zelda again, it will be the NX version, and that will look way better, of course.
Yeah, indeed.
So that might also be something.
And the thing is, not only Zelda is a game that has been quiet for a while. Like, if you think about it, the last big 3D Mario game that's like really open world was Super Mario Galaxy 2. Well, we haven't of course you had Super Mario World 3D World, but that's a little bit on its own category, right? You don't.
It's like a side-scrolling 3D game hybrid.
Yeah, indeed. But we didn't have any news on any 3D new Mario game, so wouldn't they also, if they wanted to have it be released on the Wii U, wouldn't they also have showed a little bit of that during this?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What I think is that's a speculation of mine, is that the NX is going to be released this year. And I think a 3D Mario game will be in the lineup, and it's as a part of the startup for the NX, because they want to make a big start. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, of course. I think Zelda will be the big launch title, though. I think they will announce the new Mario game, because every system of Nintendo has a huge 3D Mario game since Mario 64.
Yeah.
GameCube had Sunshine. The Wii had Galaxy, and now on Wii U we are like, okay, where is it? Give it please, but no, it's not here. Because why would they make this amazing new game for an audience of 10 million users when they could also use it to push the new hardware.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah, I also think that that's also a great point, that the new Mario game will be on NX exclusively, while Zelda, I think, will be a hybrid like Twilight Princess. But it will not, I don't think it will be part of the launch lineup, because then they would be here like, okay, here you have the new Zelda and a new Mario game, and that would be like too crazy. And that's the problem with Nintendo as well, and we saw that a lot with the Wii U. If we look back at 2015, we had like in the first half of the year we had nothing, and then we were waiting for Splatoon. That was like the first really big launch, and then we had Super Mario Maker, and then it was like, okay, that's it. And the year before that we had Mario Kart and Smash Bros. So
yeah, indeed,
they really need to spread things, and they really do that, because I know, for example, you get review codes for Nintendo games really early on. So that means that the game is finished, but they just think, okay, we will put that there and that there, that people have some time between the games, and that there's also not a lot of games at the same time. And they of course will focus a lot on Zelda with marketing and stuff like that. Yeah. It will just be the end of the 3DS and the Wii U this year, because like I said, we don't know any titles that will be released beyond 2017 for both platforms. We might see for the 3DS some Japanese games like a new Yokai Watch. I mean, the first one released in was released in the US already. Will launch in April in Europe, and there are like million other Yokai Watch games in Japan, so maybe they might bring one over. But apart from that, it's like very quiet on the 3DS front as well. I mean, we got a new Pokemon game, but that's also releasing this year. And also the new Paper Mario game is also coming out sooner than we might expect. I mean, normally they announce a game and launch it the year after that, but now it's all very like everything that is announced right now is this year. And we saw that with the summer direct. It was just focused on like summer, so those games will probably release before or shortly after the E3. And I think at E3 they will just go all in on NX, no words on Wii U, maybe some 3DS stuff, but no words on Wii U, and then show the Zelda game only on NX.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's like my take. One big question, do you think it will be the console hybrid we are hearing about?
I think it will be. Not necessarily that you have this console hybrid that's like a handheld, which you can like really take out wherever you go, but like you don't need the TV anymore, right, to play the game. I think they really are going for that. They tried that with a Wii U, where you have a controller that has a big screen on it and you can just game on that screen, but it didn't really work because people still looked at the TV and still were like, okay, well, it's not really working that well. I'll just rather use a Pro controller with a screen, just use a television for it. And I think with the new controller, what they will do is, I saw some leaks. Of course, nothing is confirmed, but it would make sense to have some sort of display on your controller. Just have a small controller with a display on it, where you have the most important information of the game, and then just use it on a big screen. I don't think it will be a controller that's usable on its own without turning on the TV. I don't think that will be true.
It's like a dream come true if that would happen, because that would, for Nintendo, it would mean that they can focus on one platform. They don't have the 3DS and the Wii U, but just one platform that's an handheld and a console.
Yeah.
That would really be like a huge thing for them, of course, because right now it's like, okay, we have like a ton of studios and they are divided between two platforms, and now with the NX, if it would be that hybrid, they could all focus on one game. And then when they don't have really third-party support, they still have like a million first-party games that are now divided on two platforms, because 3DS has like a ton of games, but the Wii U then has nothing, and then the Wii U has a big title and the 3DS has nothing. So they really need to find the balance there, and maybe the NX will be that. But what you also pointed out, it will be very hard, I think, for Nintendo to create such a thing and to make a Zelda playable on a handheld.
Yeah, indeed. Because there's so much information that you gather from the television when you, like, if you look at, for example, Twilight Princess, when you play it on the GameCube or on the Wii, there's so much that you look at. Like on the top right, you have your items, you have your character, which you pay attention to, and you have your map, you have your other items, you have just the surroundings. And if you push it all in a little screen, or, well, with the Wii U, they tried it on a big screen. Well, yeah, is it really gonna work? Are people really gonna like that? Because if you can just turn on your television, why wouldn't you? And of course, if you don't have to turn on your television, it would mean that you would have indeed a handheld that could also work as a console.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's something that they are going for here.
Yeah, I think the technology is like holding them back. I think they would love to do that, but the technology, and also Nintendo is not like a company that wants to make a $500 console, so
No.
that's also like a thing we have to keep in mind. Well, anyway, I think we both agree that the NX, whatever it is, will launch this year, and that's really like a conclusion from the direct we saw. I mean, every game is coming out fairly soon. Thank you for joining me, Duke.
No problem.
You can find our in-depth discussion about the Nintendo Direct. We both picked like 3 most interesting items from the Direct and discussed it with each other. You can find that by clicking on the screen. I put it in the description as well. Thanks a lot for watching. Like the video if you did. Share it with your friends. Spread the Nintendo news word. That would be very awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at JorRaptor, and you can follow you at Pixel Realm, right?
Yeah, Pixels_realm. And don't forget to leave your own speculations in the comments down below about the NX. What do you think? Is it going to get released this year? Is it going to get released next year? Or are we both wrong and it's going to be
released? It will be very weird if it will be next year. I mean, when will they launch it? In the summer or something? It just makes no sense.
Indeed.
The consoles normally always released during holiday because people are willing to spend a ton of money there.
Yeah, indeed. So
okay, it will be an interesting time, and we will of course follow all the Nintendo news here on Nintendo News. We will see you next time. Thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah, no problem. And thanks for watching.
Goodbye.